Hello, if you're a local business in SA and you want Vince and I to join you on site for one of our live recording sessions of our podcast Livin, please reach out to us at hello@livinpodcast.com.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for expanded reach, customer interactions, and some authentic storytelling opportunities for your brand and business.
Not to mention fun.
Of course, it's fun. So email us today at hello@livinpodcast.com or via Instagram @livin_podcast, and we'll see you on site really soon. When I was young, I never needed anyone. Can you hear everything okay?
For fun. The wrong thing. Don't look at me.
Okay.
You made me nervous.
Am I living?
No. Hey, Kay, how do I make it taller? I don't know.
What are you talking about? Oh, you were doing that one. Oh, you want to turn? Hold the thing steady. Anti-clockwise. Slide it up. Then clockwise again. No, that time. Well, then you can probably go there and then angle it up. No, it's too high for you now. Cover your fudge. Where's your legs going to go? Oh, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel a bit soft. Are you I feel soft.
You feel a bit soft?
I feel soft. I feel...
What if I turn you up in the volume?
I feel a bit, that's better.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Back that way a little bit into the corner just for that. I just want to make sure that you're still just a little bit, just a smidge, and I will double check that. I love this 3 minutes of preamble today.
I love that.
3 minutes.
I love that it's 3 hours of...
3 hours of preamble. That's perfect. Yeah. Don't change a thing. I love a bit of preamble is good, Nance.
It is.
Especially when I'm so comfortable today. I'm wearing tracksuit pants today.
I know.
Nance. How do you feel?
I feel great. I'm so jealous.
I'm actually more amazed that in the close to like 18 years you've known me, never seen me in track pants.
No.
That's great. That's so good. Like I've said, I've got friends who've known me my whole life who've only seen me in track pants once.
We're going to hurry up because I'm going to run out of...
I guess I'm just ticking a box today. All right, hang on. I haven't clapped yet.
Oh.
Okay, that's all on there. Everybody heard it. Everybody knows. I can't even put this on my fucking lap today.
Okay. I can't.
So many things, guys, to talk about. Okay, I'm just going to play with this on the way.
Am I living? Oh, what a funny thing to say.
I like that I said I'm just going to play with this on the way and then hit go.
But your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day, on a cloudy day. Your mama always said,
look up into the sky, find the sun on a cloudy day.
Good morning, everybody.
Hi.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Livin with your hosts, Nancy Timpano.
And Vince Fusco. Gosh, we were just saying, like, the preamble today has been outrageous.
It has
and
been.
It's because we haven't actually been in the same room in like 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, I know.
But how are you?
We had to catch up. There was a lot of catching up.
There's been so much catching up, and we haven't really talked much about it at all leading up to today's episode as to why we've had so much time apart, because we had so much time together.
Yeah.
Especially leading up to the party.
Leading up to our first birthday
And then we
party.
did the party.
We did.
And then we got together like immediately after and recorded a ton of episodes, which was so good. Jodie Oddie
I
and
know.
Mother's Day.
What an episode.
What an episode.
What feedback.
Phenomenal
Thank
feedback.
you.
Yes, guys, if you've been listening, not just to that episode, we've been getting feedback on Instagram, DMs, text messages, on all of the episodes. Motherhood on Mother's Day hit a really, really good nerve with so many people. It was beautiful.
It was. It really was. So thank you for your feedback, and feel free to keep sending that through.
We love it.
You know, another way of showing us nice feedback
Tell me.
is hitting the follow button.
Oh, yes. Both on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram. Just hit the follow button. You got to do it once. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it helps, doesn't it?
It helps us move up the charts. It helps us get more visible in front of other listeners.
Yep.
It does a lot for the show.
Yeah.
So if you're loving the show, if you're sharing it with your friends, do that.
Because the amount of people that talk to us about it
oh my God, it's hectic.
sometimes doesn't correlate to the amount of people that have hit follow. So
and we can see that data. We can see that there are 23,000 impressions.
I know.
We can see that there have been, 5,500 listens. We can see there are X amount of people that are following. But we can also see then that like 60% of our listeners on Spotify, they're listening regularly, but they're not hitting follow.
Yeah, we just gave you a maths lesson.
Guys.
So if you don't want another maths lesson, just hit follow.
Oh, well, it's funny. We're saying why we haven't actually been in the same room for a couple of weeks. And it's because I had a little medical procedure done, Nance.
Yeah, well, hey, you do the talking.
Bless you. I mentioned a little bit on the motherhood episode. I said by the time this goes to air, the motherhood one, I would have had my vasectomy. It's done.
I know.
It's done. I can't even rest this on my lap today.
I was going to say, is your voice a bit higher now or not?
A little bit. He went from a tenor to a soprano. I love it. Does it sound higher?
I'm joking.
I know. I'm
now
following
you're
through with the
paranoid.
joke. Now I'm
You're
paranoid. It's funny because when you got here today, you're like, wow, tracksuit pants.
Who are you?
And in the 18 years you've known me,
Yes.
you've never seen me in tracksuit pants.
No, and if we spoke about on another episode how when I'm wearing jeans, I'm dressing up, and I've been
you're wearing jeans today.
No, but I've been wearing more jeans than I normally do because of you. Otherwise, I'd be in my trackies. And then I got here. Now I'm FOMO. You got your trackies on. I'm in blooming jeans.
No, Nance, well, you know that you can be comfy here. Hello.
Yeah, I know.
You've worn your woolly jumpers here and your scarps and
all my bed socks.
your bed socks. That's right. That was the best. The bed socks are the best. But today I'm in trackies and I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I'm a little bit tender, but I'm good.
Okay, I won't touch on that, and I mean both ways.
Thank you. And it's funny because I was thinking about all the different boxes I had to tick to get into hospital about like, have you had this in the last 14 days?
Oh,
no.
gosh,
Have you done
yeah.
this? Have you done that? And I was saying to you just how frustrating it was to tick all these boxes, which led to a topic for you.
And can I just say we are ticking a box today because we're both in our dark grey jumpers and we didn't even plan it. We do this all
We don't plan a
the
lot.
time. But yes, today's episode is box tickers.
Box tickers.
Let me explain.
Please
Can
do.
I explain what I mean when I
Yes.
talk about the box tickers?
Yes.
I am not the most perfect human. I try and be a good human, but perfect human? Absolutely not. I will not tick that box of perfect human if there is a box to tick. But I don't know about you, but I have some people around me, friends, family members, whatever, whoever, but just people I notice they're fantastic at ticking all the boxes in terms of e.g., I might say to you today, oh gosh, I've got a massive headache today, Vince, which I don't. I'm just giving you an example. And then tomorrow you'll pick up the phone or you'll send me a message and ring me, Nance, how's that headache of yours?
Which I'll do anyway.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying maybe let's talk about relationships that maybe aren't as close as yours and mine.
You're right. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So let's do that. So I might mention something like, yeah, just got a headache. And then the next day the box tickers will pick up the phone and check in. And I'm like, wow, that's really beautiful that they remembered that I've got a headache. And then they will tick a box with sending a message on your birthday. And then they will tick a box with, I don't know, just they remember everything and they tick all the boxes. However, sometimes I find that there are some people out there that are box tickers that do it for the sake of saying, I did that.
To other people or to you?
I did that. Or both. So I feel like, well, are you doing it just for
The show?
the show? Yeah. Or are you doing it because you just want to do it? Because I will always say, and I've said this to many people that I've met in my time, I'm like, I will stuff up. If you are looking at me to tick all the boxes,
Okay.
I will stuff up. I forget to message. I'm not massive on the phone with like only the very, very close circle I'm, active on the phone. Otherwise, I'm not. So I'm getting to a point that I'm realising the difference between just people that are a bit more chilled and relaxed and go with the flow. If they remember, they remember. If they don't, they don't.
Yeah.
As opposed to the box ticker.
100%. 100%. And I think it's a really interesting thing that you bring up, like the people who do it just for the sake of doing it to say, well,
and then
I
they
did
come
that.
back to say it, yeah.
But are they coming back to you or are they coming back to like other people and being like, oh, did you see that Nancy had a headache yesterday? I checked in with her.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yes, and I've been around conversations that, I've had people go, oh, well, when I've had them over for dinner, and I'm like, oh, because
Where's my invite?
I haven't had them over for dinner. They want to make a point
yes.
of saying, well, when I had them over for dinner, and I'm like, oh, you know what, I'm over that now. It actually affected me for a while. It was like, far out. Do I have to look in the diary? And I'm like, you know me and you and Jaden.
Yeah.
Similar to you. We do pensioner dinners at night.
We love
the pension.
Love a pension dinner.
5:30 dinner.
5 p.m, mate.
Yeah.
5 p.m. We've been doing 5:30 a couple nights this week,
Yeah.
and already it's thrown out my rhythm.
Yeah.
But 5 o'clock, dinner's
Yeah.
on the table.
Look, we just started that because we can with our schedules.
That's
and
what we did.
yeah,
It was the kids' schedule earlier,
Correct.
and then we just maintained it, and it's actually been great. But yeah, early dinners, and then like even it's funny when I went out to dinner with friends 3-4 weeks ago. Me and a couple of my old housemates caught up. I had to think about it because I don't know what day it is.
I love that sound effect coming through. That was nice and clear.
It's because I've been in bed for like 2 weeks and I don't know what day this is. But we went to dinner, and even then, like to organise dinner with the boys, I'm like, oh, what time are we eating? Are we eating at 5? And they're like, nah, 7:30. And I'm like, oh, geez, that's dinner number 3 by then.
Yeah.
Because I'm starving.
That's right. But the thing is, sometimes I don't invite some people over for dinner because I know their schedule and they're working and whatever, and it doesn't fit in with ours.
Yeah.
So I don't want you to invite you over at 6:30, 7 o'clock when it might be good for you.
I tell people when we invite them for dinner, we say we eat at 5, come straight from work.
Yeah,
And then
I know.
we'll eat about 5:30 if we have to.
Correct. But what I'm saying is it doesn't work because then I've got to put Jaden to bed halfway through. He doesn't want to go to bed when there's visitors.
Totally.
And, all of that stuff.
Totally.
I don't tick the box because it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But don't throw it back at me.
No, 100%. And it's funny with like the little things. So like I've got a friend of mine who we met in university.
Yeah.
And then I brought him into like my school friends circle and he joined a band with us in high school. Where we'd left high school by that point. We're in uni. But we've been friends since 2006.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time ago.
Yep.
And every year, like we don't see each other. Yep. We see each other probably once a year. We run into each other, guaranteed. And it's always the best time.
Yep.
We will message each other whenever we see a life update on Facebook or Instagram. But every year I message him on his birthday.
Yep.
And it's funny because there are probably some people listening being like, you used to do that for me. And now you don't. Yeah, you're right. But it's... And he says it, he's like, you never miss. Every year, like we might not speak for 11 months and then he'll get that birthday message and he'll be like, you never miss, Fusco, thank you. Like it means a lot. And that's become, it's not because I want to be like, well, I messaged him for his birthday.
Yeah.
It's because I genuinely want that person to know,
Yes.
I'm thinking of you today and I just wanted to say happy birthday.
Yeah.
There are also people who are probably closer to me that I see that I don't text on their birthday like that religiously every year because I just forget.
Yep.
Because of the minutiae of the, I've got one of my friends who I had dinner with a few weeks ago, I just mentioned. He and I, we used to see each other not only every day when we lived together, which was the best, but then like we would still see each other minimum once a week.
Yep.
Now our relationship is basically like sending each other videos and reels and memes on Instagram. Yep. You might get 3 or 4 of those a day.
Yep.
And that's it. And you'll get like the how are yous and the what's going on, but no like deep conversation. And yet I said to him a few weeks ago before we had dinner, I was like, I'm so sorry if I haven't been communicating as much. I feel like we do.
Yeah.
Because you're such a constant presence in my mind and I'm always thinking about him and we're always communicating via reels or memes or stupid things. I feel like we're talking.
Yes.
So it sort of like pushes that communication a bit by the wayside of the deeper conversation.
Yeah.
And so we just never get there. But even he was like, I'm so happy you said that because you're right. Like, I didn't ask you how you were, but I've been sending you funny videos.
Yeah.
But I feel like we have talked because we're so constant in each other's lives. So there's no need to be like, tick the box. I feel like I haven't had that person in my life for a long time.
No, I've gotten rid of the ones, I haven't gotten rid of, that sounds awful, but I no longer have that issue of, remember back in the day, well, for me it used to happen that if, whoever called the last person, like whoever called last, they're waiting for the call, like, no, I called them last. I'm going to wait for them to call me.
Oh, yeah.
So that doesn't happen anymore. I'm happy to say that just whoever calls whoever, whenever. So that's gone. But what I'm saying as well is like even school communication.
Yeah.
Oh, forget it. Like, I will, if I read a memo, 9 times out of 10 I've read it wrong.
Yeah, that was me a few weeks ago.
9 times out of 10, I've read it wrong. But I'm just not the box ticker. I just don't do. Oh.
So when you first raised like the idea of like box ticking with me, it was such a good point because I was like, you're right. There are people that do that just to be like, well, I spoke with Sharon last week. Did you not? No. I thought you were meaning like the people who collect experiences, like, oh, I've done this, just to say they've done it all. It's a bit the same. It's a bit like,
Yeah,
I'm going to go
similar.
skydiving
Yes.
and I'm going to go
Yes.
do this and I've
Yeah.
done race car driving and I've done that.
Yeah.
So that when they're at a party or something,
Yeah.
they can be like, oh, well, I've done that.
Yeah.
Wind the clock back with me. Well, wrong.
Oh.
There we go. We used to go to school with someone
Yeah.
that we started calling the two shits. And that sounds funny, doesn't
Oh,
it?
because they didn't give two shits.
No.
Or they
Because-
gave two shits.
No.
Oh.
Because if you, and this was just the term that we coined, which
Yeah.
two shits sounds funny. If you said,
Yeah.
oh, gee, had a great shit today,
Oh.
this person would be like, I had two great shits today. It was the one-up person. You know, the one-up? It's a bit like a box ticker, but it's a
yes.
one-upper.
Yeah, that's
We call them
yes.
two shits.
I like
In
that
the sense
term,
of like,
two
yeah,
shits.
because if, I had a great shit today. Well, I had two great shits today.
Yeah.
Okay, and you'd be like, oh, last night I went out to dinner. She'd be like, oh, last week I went to dinner at this restaurant and this was great. Like she always had to overtake every single conversation.
I know a couple of people like that. Yeah, as well. And I'm probably the I don't give two shits person.
Yes,
That's
as am
me.
I. Yeah.
So if you ring me, that's lovely to check in. If you don't, still
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't give two shits.
I love that.
I love that.
Guys, you can use this however you
Yeah.
want. Two shits you do give, two shits you want to up somebody.
And
up to you.
also, I'll actually put this in early on in the episode because who knows how this will finish. Because I don't tick the boxes
Yeah.
of technology,
Hang on.
I wouldn't be surprised. Shush, I have to hurry up and get it
Make it-
in. I'll tell you why. Because there's more than likely not enough iPhone storage on my phone right now. So if you are hearing me and only seeing Vince, that's because I didn't tick the box and clear some stuff out before we started recording. So that's why I wanted to be very...
You're funny.
I don't
Well, it's
tick
happened
the
a couple of
box.
episodes, like since
Yeah,
the Burjo one
many.
even, like this
Yeah.
year, where we've done one where it said Nancy's camera died.
Yeah.
And now we just got to look at me and Burjo's fat heads.
Yeah, it's okay.
Hey guys, lucky we're handsome. But yeah, two sheets,
Don't-
box tickers. I'm just trying to think, like, have you ever been? I know we're not now.
Mm-hmm.
You said that you're not a box ticker. Have you ever been one?
No, I am a box ticker with certain things though, but I don't do it to say that I did it. For example, I don't know, school uniform.
Yeah.
Like, they say it needs to be summer uniform, winter uniform, and then you'll see kids that it should be in summer wearing winter uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no, I'll tick the box because I don't do grey rules. It's either black or white.
Yes.
Grey
You don't
confuses
do
my
grey.
life.
Except
I know,
for the
apart from
jumper,
my
you don't do
jumper,
grey.
correct. But I definitely tick the box. I try and do like the right thing in that sense, but I don't do it to say I've got him in the right uniform today.
Yeah, totally.
Absolutely. So I very much tick the box in that sense. At work, if I've been at work and we do it this way, bloody oath, I will do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that used to get me a lot when I was in management, for a big company, would go interstate on conferences quite often and would get taught a new procedure, policy, whatever. And yep, no worries, got it. Nancy, got it. She heads back interstate, go back, look after the store, blah, 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 implement these changes. And then down track, I might be talking to another manager.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, they might be asking me something. And I'm like, no, I'm doing it the way we learnt at convention at the, sorry, you have quietly dying on me there.
I muted myself so you didn't even have to hear it, but
sorry.
you sold me
Oh,
out. That's all
sorry.
right. No, it's
Well,
cool.
we can
Tick the
see.
box.
We
You
can
checked
see.
on me though.
So I will say, oh no, I'm doing it this way because that's what we learn at the conference.
Correct.
And they'll go, oh, don't even worry about it. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's what we were talking.
What are you talking about? And they go, oh no, don't worry about that. You don't have to. And that does my head in because I just think, hang on, this company has just spent thousands and thousands of
Training you people.
dollars to fly us all in to one hub to train us, and you're saying, don't worry
Don't worry about
it.
it. Don't need it.
Yeah, that frustrates. So I tick the box, but I don't, again, tick the box to go back and say, are you doing it the right way? Because I am.
It's such a funny thing because like that type of box ticking
Yes.
goes the other way where people avoid it. Like those staff that you talk about who are like,
Yeah.
don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
I used to run a digital agency, as you know.
Yes.
One guy who's unfortunately no longer with us, rest his soul,
Mm.
one of the greatest guys I've worked with. I worked with him for about 9 years. And he was a developer, a programmer, who are a very different breed of species, I think. Like if
Yeah.
you ever worked with programmers, computer coders, you'll
Yep.
know. Excuse me one moment.
And no, I should work with them, but I haven't because maybe they would teach me a thing or two.
No, they won't. They won't, I promise you.
Oh, they won't teach me as in I'm not capable of learning, or they just won't teach me?
They just don't know how to teach.
Okay.
Not all of them know how to teach. I promise you.
Okay.
Okay.
You're right.
Just got me so choked up, Nance. No. I'm just choking on my own saliva. So this guy,
Yeah.
he was a coder,
Yeah.
and as part of our checks of our work when you're doing anything online, especially creating websites or programs and commerce platforms and checkouts, there's a lot of complicated things.
Yep.
So when we would deliver our work,
Yes.
we would have a checklist. So we didn't originally when I first started
Yep.
at this agency, but I implemented checklists, which were like safety checklists, error checklists. There was about 15 checklists by the end of it. Not just for one person, but for like the project manager had one, the designer had one, developers had one. Everybody has one to make sure you've ticked every bloody box.
Yeah.
The developer one, the final one, was about 63 points long, which does sound quite long. I don't know what an average fucking checkbox list is.
10?
And even then, I'd probably be the same. I'd probably be like, oh, that's a lot. But it was
Yeah.
about 63, his final one. And what would happen was, and the only reason we implemented it was because he didn't always get those things. There would be things that would be missed repeatedly. So again, you just put processes in place to avoid that. And then one day we're having a team meeting, and he would never tick the boxes when he would deliver something. So I would always have to be like, James, you haven't ticked the boxes. Have you done the work? He'd be like, yeah, I've done it. I just haven't ticked the boxes.
Yep.
I'll be like, but you need to tick the boxes to set off the next action, please. Oh, but Vince, the checklist is a bit long. It's 63 things. Like, do we need to have all those things on there? I said, James, mate, if you don't have that checklist, would you remember all those things? He goes, nah, probably not. I said, James, with the checklist and you're not ticking the boxes, you're still bloody missing the things. So why would I remove it? Because it's too many things.
Yeah.
They're imperative.
Yes.
You have to tick the box. Tick the box, people.
I
So the moral of
know.
the story is don't just like be like, oh, I just don't need it. I'll just remember, because you won't.
That's right.
That's why a list is good. You love lists.
Oh, a written list.
Loves a list. Any
No, a
list.
digital-
Even if I sent you a digital list, you'd print it
Yeah.
or you'd rewrite it in your notebook. And you would follow the list, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Follow the
Correct.
list.
Yeah. But ticking boxes when you should tick the box is one way, and I'm all for it. All for it. Ticking the box in everyday life to throw it back at someone in
It's
their
not
face,
right.
not
You're doing it for the wrong reason.
wrong, doesn't sit well with me at all.
Like, I'm just trying to think, Nance. I can't even think of. I feel like over the last 5 years,
Yeah.
I feel like I've done such a cull
Yeah.
and a clear out
Yeah.
of just shit people
Yeah.
who either I was associated with or worked with or in my circles. And I just don't have any of that anymore.
But I don't actually, in the moment, if I'm caught sometimes and I'm like, I haven't done that, I feel a bit bad, I actually don't look at them as a shit person. I actually
No.
look at myself as the shit person.
But why?
Because depends in the moment. If I'm having a weak moment, I'm like, oh, far out. I didn't even ring them to see how they're going.
I've done that, and I go the other way where it gets so far where it's like, I didn't ring Nance on her birthday,
Yeah.
and now it's awkward. And people do that all the time where
Yes.
they're like, I can't ring now because
It's too late.
and then they let it go. But
Yeah.
then before you know it, it's been 6 months, never heard back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say anything for your birthday. Don't worry about it. You're
Yeah.
not sitting at home worrying about it, are you?
No.
Going, gee, that person never rang me today.
Yeah. I know. Anyway,
No,
I just had to.
it's a good one. It's a good one, Nance.
I had to I must have been going through a phase that I must have had too many things happen at once. That, I don't know, maybe it just made me feel like a shit human over and over and over again. But I don't know, I'm not the person, unless it's policy and procedure, I will bloody tick the box.
Interesting.
I will.
Interesting. You know, it's funny how like I just want to talk about before we wrap up because
Yeah.
we've still got time. But the idea of ticking a box and then not ticking a box and then looking at yourself and going, I'm a shit person. I get it.
Yeah.
That's been me this last week.
Yeah.
I've been in recovery. I've had next to no energy.
Yeah.
Feel pretty and friends of mine have been messaging like, how are you? And then another friend will message like, how you going? And I haven't responded. And it's, I just don't have the capacity
Yes.
to do so. And I think that's probably one of the things that, like you said before, if people don't do it to you, you don't sit there going, gee, they haven't done it.
Two shits.
You don't give two shits because you understand that people are living their lives.
That's right.
Life is hectic.
Yep.
Like even just this morning when you arrived here,
Yep.
you got bombarded with about 15 different stories from my household that all happened this morning. So if that's one example, I know for a fact there are crazier families, bigger families with more going on than what we've going on at the Fusco house.
Yeah.
Life gets busy.
Yeah.
So I think it goes back to the idea of not only giving yourself grace, if you're listening and on the couch with me today, having a therapy session, give yourself grace, but also then giving other people grace.
Yes.
So like when they don't do it, instead of being a shit friend and being like, well, they didn't ring me for my birthday. Or, I've rung them 5 times. I'm just going to give up. They can call me. That's when you start slipping into a different game.
Yeah.
You start playing a points game.
Yeah. Oh, this is, and that's what I'm saying. And I always say, if you are waiting for me to stuff up, you won't need to wait very long because I won't tick all your boxes. So,
but that's those people who are waiting and they're expecting those certain things.
And I'll say, I apologise in advance when I offend people because I know that I'm going to offend without meaning to offend. Do you know what I mean?
100%. That's me. I laugh because an example comes to my mind right now of a conversation you and I had off air where you said something and I stopped and was like, and that doesn't happen for me very often, as you know. But it was more that I had made the exact same comment you made to me. I made that comment a year ago and blew up an entire room.
Yes.
You made the comment just one-to-one with me and I love it. But I also was like, I don't think we can say that anymore now.
I know. That's okay. I owned it.
You owned it?
I owned it to you.
To me.
Yeah, but do you know when I did tick all the boxes and I was really, really anal during COVID? What I mean is when we were like in lockdown or if you got COVID in those rules, when you were in lockdown for the 2 weeks, I was such a box ticker and I was probably pissed off when I would hear people I know, I'm just going for a walk. What do you mean you're going for a walk? We're not allowed to.
Oh, but hang on, did that person have COVID?
Yes.
Oh, well then if you've got it, you shouldn't be.
Yeah. So I was getting my back up and I'm like, because, you know, me and needing to walk and be outdoors, the fact that I couldn't and I was watching people that were, you know,
half
meant
dead,
to be
around.
in quarantine.
Yeah.
So tick the box when you have to tick the box, but this is what it is. Don't tick the box to keep score.
That's right.
That's what it is.
It's not a points game.
Absolutely not.
I love it.
Absolutely not.
Not a points game. Guys, are you box tickers? Do you know the box tickers? The ones who are just trying to do it for points.
Yeah.
You sneaky buggers. I was going to say something else, but I know that my young nephew listens to our show and he loves that.
Okay.
My sister's very sweet. She says when there's an E next to it, which is most of our episodes because I just slip it in, she skips over those ones. But if you are listening, Maddie, Uncle Vince says some bad words sometimes. Don't listen to him all the time.
Don't listen.
Don't be a sneaky bugger.
But for now, we have ticked the box of
another great episode. Hey, you know what box we should tick?
What?
Horrendous and Tremendous. All right.
Well, I've actually had a few because we haven't been together.
This
for
has
a few
been wild.
weeks.
This has been like a reunion today.
I think can I say a few?
Please.
There's a few. I need
Get them out.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Safe space.
Let me start. You know.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Applause for the hair.
Yeah. Well, that ticks my boxes when I go and get my hair straightening.
You
done
love a good hairdo.
Oh no, it's my hair straightening from Sash, the beautiful ladies at Sash Hair Straightening. When I go every 6 months, even though I stretched it out to 9, killed my life. I've got to thank them for my beautiful hair. And I don't mean beautiful hair as in right now, whatever you're going, really, no, it's not that good. It's the fact that they've straightened my hair permanently and it saves me so much time. So
100%.
it's tremendous.
I had my hair chemically straightened once.
Yes.
Did you know that? Did I ever tell you that?
Well, this is non-chemically straightened.
Oh, that's of course. Yes. I had mine chemically straightened. This is wind the clock back again.
Yep.
When I did Footloose in 06.
Oh, yes.
I had the old Kevin Bacon flat top, but my hair is naturally curly.
Yep.
We're both,
Yeah, I know.
And they chemically straightened it. It was horrendous.
Oh.
Look like Bart Simpson.
Oh, wow.
Look like Bart Simpson, like just
Sash
straight up.
wasn't around then, maybe.
No, they weren't.
No, they weren't.
I didn't know where to look. Okay, that's your first one. Give me some others.
Oh my gosh. There's so many. Give me one of yours.
All right, well, look, horrendous vasectomy went well.
Oh.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
2 weeks, you know,
Yeah.
feeling a little bit tender for myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Okay. Yeah, that is horrendous. I haven't got any horrendous. I've just
How good's
life?
life?
I haven't actually had any horrendous ones at all.
Oh, my God. I just thought of a horrendous.
What?
So, well, you know that I had did the vasectomy, and then obviously I was on bed rest for like just a couple of days. The first day, Joy is doing drop-off.
Yeah.
She goes to drop the kids off. Poorly, she rings me at like 8:40.
Yeah.
School's at 8:45.
Yeah.
She rings me. Okay, turn of events, and I can hear Leo screaming.
Oh my gosh, I remember. We were on the phone.
We were on the phone.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Poor Leo smashed his teeth.
Yes.
And actually lost his 2 front teeth. He fell going up some like stairs. He wasn't actually going up the stairs, probably the first problem. He was going up some bigger steps. And he fell, and it was horrendous. That my poor little boy smashed his face, bit his lip, busted his teeth. He's lost his 2 front teeth, but the tremendous got to meet the Tooth Fairy for the first time, hey? Tooth Fairy got to come and pay a visit to the Fusco house.
Fantastic.
Tell you what, just quickly, he was like, I'm certain I'm getting $1,000. I was like, I'm certain you're not. He was very, very confident.
Wow.
$10 though. She gave him $5 per tooth.
That's what I did. And I've been told I'm a tight ass for that.
What do you mean? Hang on, wait. What do you mean you did it? Because,
What do you mean?
well, the Tooth Fairy is collecting and delivering the cash.
Yeah, well, I'm saying.
Oh, you're
our
the Tooth Fairy who visited your
Far
house.
out.
Yeah.
Ticking the box for the 5-year-olds listening in to Livin.
Yeah, tick the box, Nance, because there are kids listening.
Yeah, in the car.
In the car. But I was like, I remember getting $1.40 in silver church money.
The best.
And it was
The best.
The best.
Yes.
If I got a gold coin, the best.
Yeah.
Kids today are getting 10, 20, $50.
I'm with you. $5 a tooth.
No, okay. That's not the standard rate. That was a trauma fee.
Oh.
As far as our Tooth Fairy is concerned, he got a little bit extra for the trauma of how he lost his teeth.
Right. Okay. Yep.
$2
Yep.
surely is the going rate.
Yeah, no,
Mums and dads, stick with me, please.
I've been told I'm a tight ass.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't care.
But this is why.
But 2 shits.
2 shits.
$5 it is. 2
All right.
shits.
Go on, give me another one of yours now. I've done 2.
Oh, do you know what? I was actually going to touch on a horrendous that turned tremendous. I was at an event recently.
Okay.
And there was a very loud bang.
Okay.
And the person in front, and I actually don't know, I can't reveal exactly what happened, whether it was a heart attack or something, collapsed, hit the deck.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That's
really horrendous.
Event got...
Is it distasteful to have this noise playing over there?
No, that was very, very bad. But the fact is it's tremendous because I've heard since that they are okay. But for a minute there...
Yeah, that's
that
rough.
Was,
were you there?
I was there and it happened right in front of my eyes.
Oh, no.
Right in front of my eyes. And, yeah, that was horrendous turned tremendous.
Lucky. Good outcome.
Yes, good outcome.
Crikey.
Yeah.
Gosh, 2 weeks apart. It's too long. We've got too much to talk about.
Okay.
Guys,
for now.
We won't spend 2 weeks apart from you, though.
Never.
We're going to be back next Monday with a brand new episode of Livin.
Absolutely. But for now, tick that follow box.
Yes.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, this is Livin from me, Vince.
And me, Nancy.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Am I living?
Did you like that pause? I forgot my name.
Or what else?
From me,
no,
Vince.
that's okay. Who am I?
I'm me, Nancy.
I'm me, Nancy.
Your mama always said, look
2 shits.
to the sky.
You like that,
find
didn't you?
the sun
I did.
on a cloudy day. On a cloudy day. Your mama always said, look up into the sky.
Now let's see if my camera lasted that.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.